Okay, so we have a 93 Chevy Silverado here, and I'm going to install the lines to go fuel line kit for the front end. That is from the engine down to the fuel pump, fuel filter. Here's what is included in the kit. As you will see, each one of these is actually labeled with A and B, so you'll know which components go together. Okay, as you can see, all I've done is remove the air filter, or the air cleaner. And if you look back here, you will see the two fuel lines coming into the vehicle, into the throttle body. As you can see here, I've removed the previous fuel filter and fuel lines from the lines back from the fuel filter to the gas tank. I've replaced them with the entire set from lines to go as well. So what we'll be showing you is how to install the front portion of it. Okay, as you can see here are the new fuel lines. The lines that go are previously purchased and installed. They run back from the fuel filter to the gas tank, and that is where these two front lines will install. The previous lines right here, directly in front of us. And as you can see, they're in poor condition, which is why we are replacing them today. Okay, so what I'd like to do is actually remove the fuel lines from here, and then I'll assemble the upper portion of them together outside the vehicle, and then slide them down through and install them. In order to remove it, you'll need a 5/8 wrench. You'll identify the line, and you just begin removing it. Okay, once you have them out, it's important to note the location of each of the hoses. This one bends off, this one right here bends off the right side, and then we'll pull them out and we'll lay them down next to the new ones just to make sure that we can line them up correctly. Okay, as I previously mentioned, this is where we'll be installing them. I have replaced all these lines from lines to go all the way back to the gas tank. You can kind of get an idea. It's a extended cab truck for the line there. And these right here are the two fuel lines coming down from the engine compartment. Sorry, just trying to get a good visual here. It's kind of an odd angle, but I thought it may be easier to actually pull them down from the top, so that's what we're going to do, is pull these down through the actual engine compartment. So now there may be a bolt holding it on in the back of the motor. For mine, there wasn't any, so it's pretty straightforward. Just take these. You'll have to maneuver them a little bit because they are kind of bent up through there. But you'll just take these two and then pull them down through. Okay, as you can see, I have removed the actual upper portion of the fuel lines. Judging by the condition of it, you can see there is a reason why I had to repair it and replace it. I had to break one of the ends off in order to get it off from one end. And the same thing for this end as well. One of the ends broke off while I was doing it because it was so rusted. This truck is from the north, so that is to be expected. So what you're going to want to do next is you want to lay out the new lines in the exact same arrangement that these lines are laid out at. Okay, so at a quick glance, if you want to know which ones go where, it's pretty simple to tell. The longer ones, right here, A and B, will be for the upper portion. The flexible hosing right here will be in the middle to replace the rubber hosing on this one, and the lower portion will be these two shorter ones. And another reason why you can tell is because this coupling will actually fit into the return line from the previous lines that I had installed. And it will also, if you do install the whole kit, you'll notice it says A and B. It'll go on to the B lines as opposed to the A line. Okay, so from here it's pretty simple. All you do is take B and put B with B, put A with A, and then you put those together and then you'll install them into the actual vehicle. Once you have them together, you install the A and A together, the B and B together. I'm just going to show you what it looks like with the A. I'll use the channel lock here and my 5/8 wrench again in order to tighten it down. Okay, so once you get them together, they should be just the two ends together. A's go with A's and B's go with B's. Okay, so you want to feed the lines down through the back. You can see the light down the bottom where my trouble light is, but feed them down through. If you're having any problems, go down underneath the vehicle and pull the flexible lines down through where the initial lines were. As you can see here, I do have both lines installed now. I did, however, remove the coil pack. I didn't remove it, I just pulled the two bolts off the bottom, moved it off the side in order to be able to move the wire, the lines around a lot easier. I would recommend doing the same for you if you're having problems feeding it through that area. Okay, now it should be easy to identify which one you need. This is line B. It has a coupling on it, so it'll go directly to the return line, line B. Okay, now you put in fuel line A. You'll use the long length, not the length. This will be the furthest length, the one with the big angle on it. The one that's pretty much the most straight will be in the front here, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so here they are installed, and now you go to the easy part. Just follow this contour right up to the end where you'll attach the A line and B line to the flex hose labeled the same. Okay, and as you can clearly see here, you have A and A, B tab, which is right there, and then B together. So now just make sure everything's all set, and you're all set. That is the whole job. I would say test everything, make sure there's no leaks.